To know the self is to empower the self. Let's talk about self-awareness and gratitude. One of the most bulletproof methods of leading a meaningful and joyful life in self is self-awareness and gratitude, which is something that I'm really passionate about because gratitude creates opportunity for so many things in your life. What do you mean by that? First of all, it's about taking ownership of your action and thoughts and being in touch with your inner self. Taking ownership of your thoughts, your action in everything that you do, accountability. That is where self-awareness and gratitude comes in. That was number one. Secondly, key practice of making sure to appreciate all the good and bad in your life, taking time to thank people who you come across their path. Now, you may wonder how to become this self-aware, grateful person. Self-reflection is an answer. Let's ask some of these uncomfortable questions regarding self-awareness and gratitude. I love gratitude. I think it's absolutely amazing. So let's dive deep in and ask some of these questions about self-awareness and showing gratitude. How would you name the current chapter of your life? How would you name the current chapter of your life? I really want you to think about that for a minute. Because I don't know your story, neither do you know mine. In whatever things that is going through your life right now, whatever chaos, happiness, joy, surprise, think about it properly and name the chapter of your life. For me, the chapter that I am in my life right now is the chapter of growth. And that can be broken down in so many other ways. That is the chapter that I am in right now. You can write your one down. Let's go to the other one about, self-awareness and gratitude. If you had the chance to go back in time, what would you tell your childhood self? If you could go back at whatever age that you are right now, to go back to your 10 years old self or your 7 years old self, what would you say to yourself? For me, I would say to myself to be kinder to myself. I would say to myself to learn more and be grateful for all the things that have happened in my life. That was what I would say to my younger self. For you, it could be different. Your experience will be different from my experience. For me, when my younger self being brought up in Africa, in Nigeria, when I was a kid, all I could remember is my dad. My dad was a business farmer. My dad taking all me and my siblings, going to the farm to go and cultivate and provide food and for us and do all of those things. My childhood was great, but it could have been better. So if I was to say to my younger self, I would say to my younger self, be kind to yourself and do more. That is what your one is different. So now let's look at one other one. What failure are you most grateful for? Wow. That is a challenging question. What failure are you most grateful for? Is it about the failure that you did not get the job that you applied for that now led you to where you are right now? It depends on how you look at it. Is it the failure of your relationship breaking down? That you are now alone of having time to be able to reflect and gaining clarity on the next chapter of your life? What is failure are you more grateful for? Asking all of these questions will make you to understand that some of the things that we do feel was a failure in our life was actually a blessing. Think about what failure are you most grateful for? Was it that lady that you were supposed to take on the dates that you did not go on that date with, and then you realized that something else happened to someone else? Or was it that guy that you were supposed to go on a date with and you end up discovering that the guy was actually a husband of your friend, what failure were you more grateful for? So there could be a lot of scenario to that question, you know. I love this one. This one is, what is your most insecurity and your biggest hurdle? What is your most insecurity and your biggest hurdle? A lot of us have insecurity that we don't really get to face. And for me, up to the stage of the realization, my insecurity was being able to let go, trusting people. Based on the experience that I've had in my life as a kid, to be able to trust someone was something that I was insecure about. And now I am learning to uncover all of those things. I'm learning to understand that this was my insecurity, lack of trust. So whatever your insecurity is, you've got to own it, you've got to face it, and you've got to put things in place to address that insecurity, because only you know what it is. Now, that was the last one. Let's look at some of the mental exercise that we can use about self-awareness and gratitude. But I tell you something, to know that self is to empower the self. Let's look at some of the exercise that comes with this. Number one, the mental exercise for gratitude and self-awareness. Write 10 sentences about yourself you would tell a stranger for them to understand you better. Write 10 sentences you would tell a stranger to understand who you are and know you better. It could be, I love traveling. I'm a kind of individual that love to listen to other people. I'm a kind of individual that gives support when support is needed. Just 10 sentences to a stranger for them to understand who you are and know you better. That is number one, mental exercise. Number two, make a list of 8 things you would like to eliminate from your life. 8 things you would like to eliminate from your life. For me, I would like to eliminate insecurities, lack of trust, people that don't serve you, the environment that you put yourself in that does not elevate your being, that does not elevate your spirit. You've got to write 8 things down that you would like to remove from your life, whatever it might be. And finally, the last one, name 3 things you're thankful to yourself for doing today. Name 3 things that you're thankful to yourself for doing today. It could be about being able to give somebody a support, give somebody a smile, give somebody an opportunity to be better. This is all about self-awareness and gratitude. By thinking about all of these things and really, in summary, knowing who you are empowers you, your values, your like, your dislike, coupled with taking the right action to move your life to the next level. That is what Move Forward Movement is about. We're all about moving forward. We're all about growth. We're all about knowing ourselves in order for us to be better, to do better. Like I always say, you need grace in all that you do. Keep moving forward. God bless you. And bye for now.